Several members of the British royal family, aside from Meghan Markle, have faced public criticism or experienced lower levels of popularity for various reasons. While the royal family is typically held in high regard, certain members have been embroiled in controversies, scandals, or simply have not resonated with the public as well as others. Here are some of the least popular members of the royal family, with more detailed insight into their backgrounds, controversies, and public perception. Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, is arguably the most controversial and unpopular member of the British royal family in recent years. Once seen as the Queen's favourite son, his reputation has been severely damaged due to his connection with the late financier Jeffrey Epstein, who was a convicted sex offender. Allegations of sexual misconduct brought by Virginia Giaffa, who claims she was trafficked to Prince Andrew as a teenager, have haunted his public image. Though he has denied the allegations, the public fallout was intense, culminating in a disastrous BBC Newsnight interview in 2019. Many criticized Andrew for showing little empathy for Epstein's victims and for failing to provide convincing explanations for his associations with Epstein. Public outrage led to Andrew stepping down from royal duties, and he has since largely withdrawn from public life. His legal settlement with Giaffa in early 2022, while not an admission of guilt, only deepened his unpopularity, as many viewed it as a move to avoid further legal scrutiny. His fall from grace has been one of the most significant in the modern history of the royal family. Camilla, Queen Consort. Camilla, Queen Consort, has faced decades of mixed public perception. Her relationship with King Charles III, which began while Charles was still married to Princess Diana, earned her widespread negative attention, especially in the 1990s. For many years, Camilla was seen as the other woman, contributing to the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage. This perception was further fueled by Diana's famous BBC interview in which she stated, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." Despite this, over time, Camilla H. has worked diligently to rehabilitate her image through her charitable work, focusing on causes such as literacy, domestic violence awareness, and support for veterans. Since marrying Charles in 2005, Camilla has gradually become a more accepted and visible figure within the royal family. However, there remains a section of the public that continues to view her unfavorably due to her past associations, and she has never fully shaken the comparisons to Princess Diana. Prince Edward and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh. Prince Edward, the Earl of Wessex, and his wife Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, are often regarded as 2 of the more low-profile royals. While they have not been involved in any major scandals, they have not enjoyed the same level of public interest or admiration as more high-profile royals like Prince William, Princess Catherine, or even Prince Harry. Their lack of visibility and their relatively quieter roles have led some to question their importance within the royal framework. In the early 2010s, Edward faced some scrutiny for his production company, Ardent Productions, which was criticized for trying to capitalize on royal connections. Sophie, meanwhile, faced her own media scandal when she was caught in a sting operation by a tabloid posing as a potential client. She was accused of making disparaging remarks about politicians and members of the royal family while attempting to drum up business for her PR firm. Though both incidents are long behind them, and they have since focused on their royal duties and charity work, their low-key nature means they often rank lower in popularity polls. Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. The daughters of Prince Andrew and Sarah, Duchess of York, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, have had their public perception shaped partly by their close association with their father. Despite being relatively private figures compared to other senior royals, they have not been immune to media scrutiny, particularly when it comes to their financial situations and their roles within the monarchy. Beatrice and Eugenie have been seen by some as minor royals who enjoy the privileges of their status without carrying out as many public duties as other members of the family. This perception was amplified when it was revealed that their father, Prince Andrew lobbied for them to have more prominent royal roles, despite them not being working royals. Moreover, Beatrice and Eugenie were targets of media criticism during events like the 2011 royal wedding, when their extravagant fashion choices became the subject of public ridicule. Nevertheless, both sisters have managed to maintain some positive press, particularly for their charitable work, with Eugenie notably championing causes related to anti-slavery and scoliosis awareness. Still, their lower visibility and ties to Prince Andrew have kept them from being among the most popular royals. Sarah, Duchess of York. Sarah Ferguson, affectionately known as Fergie, the ex-wife of Prince Andrew, has had a tumultuous relationship with the public and the media. She was initially a popular figure when she married Prince Andrew in the 1980s, bringing a sense of energy and relatability to the royal family. However, her marriage to Andrew ended in divorce in 1996, and her life since then has been marked by various controversies. Fergie has faced significant financial difficulties over the years, with reports of debts and bankruptcy. In 2010, she became embroiled in a cash-for-access scandal, in which she was caught offering access to Prince Andrew in exchange for money. This caused a public relations disaster and led to further criticism of her behavior. Despite these setbacks, Fergie has managed to remain in the royal orbit, partly due to her close relationship with her daughters, Beatrice and Eugenie, and her amicable relationship with Prince Andrew post-divorce. While she has moments of public sympathy, particularly regarding her role as a mother, her overall public image remains polarizing. Prince Michael of Kent. Prince Michael of Kent, the Queen's cousin, is a lesser-known member of the royal family who has largely stayed out of the spotlight. However, in recent years, he has come under fire for his business dealings, particularly in relation to his alleged connections with Russian officials. In 2021, he was secretly filmed by investigative reporters appearing to offer his services to a fictitious South Korean company, claiming he could provide access to President Vladimir Putin's inner circle for a fee. This caused significant embarrassment to the royal family and raised concerns about his use of his royal status for personal gain. Though not as high profile as other controversies involving more senior royals, this incident tarnished his reputation and added to the perception that he was trading on his royal connections for business advantages. While Meghan Markle has often been the focus of intense public scrutiny, other members of the British royal family have also faced their own challenges when it comes to public perception. Whether due to scandals, family associations, or simply a lack of visibility, these royals have struggled to attain the same level of popularity as their more celebrated counterparts.